Welcome back to The Short Coat, coming to you from the amazing and intense world of medical school at the University of Iowa, Carver College of Medicine. I am Dave Etler, and we're here to talk about gap years. Why, what, where, maybe even who. I don't know. Here to talk about that are my best buds, M2s all. Hi, Carra Arrasmith.
Hello.
What's new, Tyler Pollock?
Not much.
Greetings, Anjali Puranam. God damn it.
Puranam.
Hi.
You're so close.
And holy crap, it's Sophia Nopoulos again.
Hello.
Cara, did you go to medical school right after college?
I did not. I took 3 gap years.
3 gap years.
Mm-hmm. I was an old fart with bad knees when I started.
Oh.
Good Lord. All right. Well, what do we have to talk about with gap years? I mean, so there's I don't know, it's a debate, but there's differing opinions on whether gap years are a good idea or not necessary, or you know, they cost money basically because you're sort of not. The sooner you get into med school, the sooner you start maximizing your income and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I tend to think it's an individual choice, obviously.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think?
I think I actually looked up a stat right before here that out of, I think it was 2023, the AMC said out of accepted MD students, 73% had taken at least one gap year.
That's crazy.
That's
Which
more
is
than I
crazy.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, way more than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for me personally, when I graduated undergrad, I wanted to do research. I thought I wanted to get my PhD.
Mm.
Oh,
So
I
I
didn't know
worked
that
in a-
lore about you.
Yes,
Karen.
I
That's
actually
cool.
started college as a history major.
Oh my god!
Okay,
I did know
Cara
that.
Lore.
I did know that.
I thought you were an ortho bro since the day you were born.
No, I did
Am
not.
I crazy, or
didn't-
were you also considering being a chef?
I was.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. Kira's so
Yes.
No wonder you have a
Graduated high
cooking
school, my
Instagram.
mom thought I should not go to college. Not that I shouldn't go to college, but she thought I should go to culinary school. And I was like, no, I want to be the cool history teacher.
cool. Yeah.
Wow.
They all were.
They
all
all
were.
I loved my history teacher. He was amazing.
I had beef with my
Social
history
studies
teacher,
teachers,
actually.
the coolest of the school.
My social studies teacher was weird.
I, was gonna
I
say,
had
don't
beef
know
with
that.
mine.
So, but weird.
Oh.
All right.
But yes, anyway.
Mr. Grunin. Mr. Grunin. Anyway,
Wow, it's gonna be
shout out to
cooler.
Mr. Grunin. I
Yeah.
hope you're still kicking.
But yeah, so that was why I took 3 gap years. So I worked at a biochemistry lab at Iowa State for 2 years. And during that time, I realized research was not for me. So I'm glad I found that out before getting into a PhD program. And then my brother was in medical school at the time. All of my friends were in medical school. And basically my brother, he's an older brother, but he is amazing. I'll say that, as much
Aw.
flack as we give each other. And we're very similar. So he was kind of the one who was like, you should at least look at getting some clinical oriented job. I think you might like medical school. So I actually applied, didn't get in. And then I got a job scribing at an orthopedic clinic in Des Moines. And then that's what put me on the ortho track.
Yeah.
And then I got in this year. So it was a mix of kind of career direction change, and I got rejected the first round.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if, I guess I don't know the stats, if med school is getting more
So
competitive.
competitive.
But
Mhm.
I wonder if that's one of the main reasons. Is not only that, because same thing
It's
for me.
super
is,
common for people not to get in on the
yeah,
first try.
I didn't
mean,
get on the first try, and that's one reason why I took. That's the reason why I took my extra gap year, is because I was like, wow, I guess I need to get more experience, or more clinical experience, whatever that may be, which is what I did, and build my resume up for the next application. So I
What'd
wonder
you
if,
do during your gap year?
So I took 2 gap years. The first one is because I don't know how people do it. First, you didn't take a gap year?
I did not take any gap
Anjali,
years.
did you?
I did.
You did?
I took 3, class of 2021.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Well, I don't know how people do it, because not when you're in your last year of college, you have to apply
Mhm.
for medical school. And I was like, I just kind of want to enjoy my last year, and I'll apply the next year, because you got to apply a whole year in advance. And so I already knew I was going to take a gap year out of that, and then got denied the first round. And so that's why I had 2 gap years. But I was born and raised in Iowa City. And so I was like, I'm going to take this time to get the hell out of here.
Oh, okay.
And I went to Austin, Texas. I had some family down there. And so completely different vibe down there. I actually was really lucky, and I volunteered at this free clinic, and that turned out to be They were looking for a manager, and so I became like the clinic manager after
Oh.
that. So it's a
Mhm.
nonprofit. It was a small organization, but another reason why I decided to go to Ecuador this summer was to work on my Spanish. Many of our patients down there were uninsured and Spanish speaking, and so I really enjoyed my time down there and definitely got the clinical experience that
Mhm.
I don't know made me look like a better applicant the second time around. But I agree that gap years are kind of your own personal opinion, and I'm so glad I did mine.
Mhm.
Nice.
I loved it. It was nice to get out.
Tyler, you didn't do a gap year, right?
I didn't do a gap year, and I would totally agree that it's like a lot of them, like it is personal choice, and I know a lot of people that when I was an undergrad were like, no, I'm planning on taking a couple gap years. Like I
Mhm.
want to enjoy my time, and I want to
Yeah.
like mentally recharge and reset between undergrad and going to med school. But then I also think that it's like because of how competitive it is the like apply the first time, and then if you don't get in, like take the feedback from like the office of admissions will give you a lot of feedback most times of like,
Yeah.
hey, these are the things that maybe we would like to see on your application. And so like it just not choice but like circumstance that
Sure.
kind of puts you into taking a gap year.
Yep.
But I was fortunate enough to get in my first round of applying straight from undergrad.
What a smug bastard.
I know.
know.
They're built different.
Kara told me we were doing this. Kara told me we were doing this episode today, and I was like, "Oh, I am not going to have much to say." But I worked a lot. I had a couple of clinic patient-facing jobs while I was an undergrad. That made me a strong applicant, I
pushed you over
guess.
the edge.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
But no, I didn't take any gap years.
Anjali?
I took 3 gap years also. I didn't know when I graduated undergrad if I wanted to go to med school or law school.
Oh,
That's so cool.
You guys suck. Because here I am stumbling through life, and we've got, chef history doctor, we've got whatever it is you said.
not much.
Got lawyer, doctor. I mean, come on.
I was really obsessed with criminal minds growing up. So in undergrad, I got a minor in criminology.
What I'm learning about Anjali
I
is
love
that, she sort of structures her life around television.
Yeah,
I
a little
love
bit. A little bit. I am easily gullible into things.
Fine.
So like criminal minds, yeah, sign me up for a criminology class and I loved it. It
Mhm.
was great. And my research was also in criminology in undergrad, and so my mentor was funnily enough, she started her life wanting to go to med school, and then she changed and became a criminologist
Cool.
in her undergrad career.
Wow.
And so I was sitting here and I was like, well, I don't really know what I want to do. And I made all these pros and cons lists. And I was like, you know what? I just need to I need more time. I need to figure it out. And so the first year and a half after I graduated was really deciding if I wanted to do law school or med school, and also just being 22, I think. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I decided med school, took the MCAT, and then I became a scribe also at the maternal fetal medicine department here
Oh.
at the university. And it was the best thing I've ever done in my life, I would
Cool.
say.
So you're telling me you didn't like binge Grey's Anatomy on your gap years and be like, now this is
Now
why I
it's
want to go
med.
into medicine?
I've been watching Grey's Anatomy since I was like 10.
So the thought was in there.
It was
Yeah,
in there.
it was
That's
in there.
why. It was Grey's
You had to
Anatomy,
make a
Criminal
choice,
Minds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We do have a dual degree possibility here of MD JD.
I looked into that actually
Ooh.
before
Oh.
applying, but the thing that kind of was a lot was that you had to take the MCAT, take the LSAT. You had to apply separately to both programs, get in separately to both programs, and then combine it.
I
That's
see.
insane.
Which
That's
was-
a lot.
A lot
That
of
Yeah.
makes sense why I've never met anyone.
Yeah,
in that.
I don't think it's actually been an option that anybody has taken in a long time.
Oh,
But it's there.
Yeah.
Listeners, if you want.
It is. And if you're interested, go for it.
Maybe do them separately.
Yeah.
You don't save any time either. You do all the years of both programs. It's just that I don't know how they would combine it into.
Yeah.
like they kind of weave it together somehow.
It's niche, but it sounds really cool if that's what you're interested in. Yeah.
I wonder if they do it similarly to like the MSTP program where they like do the first 3 years and then go get a law degree.
Nobody
And
knows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Literally nobody knows how they do it.
Yeah.
Someone
Has it
one
been
of our
done
listeners
before?
Nobody's
find
done
out.
Yeah.
Googling
someone
it
find
right
In a
now.
out.
long time. Oh.
Do we still have the program? I don't know.
It's
Maybe
there.
not.
It's on the website. I mean,
There are a bunch of schools that do crazy programs like that. Like
it's hard enough to do med school. I'm not, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I know there's one that one of my friends was looking into that's like an MD-MS program out of Colorado where you get a master's of aerospace engineering.
Oh, wow.
So you can go
yeah.
be like a space doctor at NASA.
Yeah.
Those
have an-
people are so cool. Like I never would have thought about that.
Yeah,
There's
so
an
you
M-
do 2 years preclinical,
Yeah.
and then you go get your master's in aerospace engineering, and
What
then you
brings
do.
you to that? Like
You want to go work for NASA as a space doctor?
I know, but like people who has that at 22 be like,
Mhm.
man,
That kind of drive, I know.
yeah, I really
I think
want to
they
be a
take like
space
3
doctor,
people
yeah.
a year or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
crazy.
I mean, good for them. That's cool.
I'm just like, imagine like getting drinks with someone at the bar. Like, you know, your friend group brings in someone. You're like, oh, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm a doctor in space.
No, for
Yeah.
real.
I have to
Yeah.
leave.
I have
can't
I
be in your
can't be around
presence.
you.
I
It's
gotta
so
go.
cool.
So for Gap Year people and Tyler, like your patient experiences, has anything that like you learned or experienced kind of come back to help you in med school so far?
I'll jump in. I'll say definitely because I had a lot of research in my undergrad and I didn't have a lot of face-to-face clinical experience. And so being in Texas working for a free clinic was awesome experience where I was seeing patients, interviewing patients. I was able to, not only shadow the doctors, but also listen to hearts and lungs. So it was a clinical experience that I needed that has definitely, I think, gave me a head start for when it comes to like clinical and professional skills, our CAP sessions and how to do exams. And so it was the knowledge of, just the base knowledge of clinical skills that I think really helped me.
I was in the fetal diagnosis and treatment clinic, ultrasound clinic here as a scribe, and I was live scribing. So as the physician was counseling the patient, I was typing up the note at the same time. And through that, because we are one of the biggest centers in the state, we saw all of the patients from Iowa and from surrounding states, and it was high risk situations. So like fetal differences, maternal differences, and I saw a lot of the things that we learned in our genetics in MOHC 1, the conditions that were like, 1 in a million. I saw those here as a scribe, and I listening to the counseling of those conditions and knowing the follow-up of those conditions really, I would say, helped understand how they were being presented to us in lecture.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my time to shine. I think we get ortho a little bit in Mod 4.
We got it at some
Yeah.
point, right?
I've been floundering all last year. I need my
We're getting
my
close.
one unit. Yes.
I feel like you're Cara, you're bucking the stereotype of the ortho bro.
She is.
I am a power lifter. I feel like that's a big
Oh,
stereotype.
well, okay.
Like
It's like-
lifting,
All
like
right.
all the Dr. Glockenflecken is like, oh, bro, what's your bench max? That is the ortho residency like interview. But that, I mean, at least from being like in North Liberty, kind of around the orthopods this summer, I just think they're so fun.
Orthopods.
They're
I know, I love that.
I also love calling
Orthopods.
myself
My
a
father,
aspiring
my father was a
orthopod.
PA, and he always used to say orthopods, and I
Yeah.
That's
you know,
so
like it.
cute.
interesting.
I think it's fun, but no. They're just all fun. The clinic I worked at in Des Moines, that's my favorite job I've ever worked at. The docs were so nice and engaging, and they all are genuinely passionate. Like we had one doc, he didn't perform surgery anymore, but he was 83, still
Mhm.
seeing patients because he just loved it so much. He
It's
didn't
the
want to
grind
retire.
set.
It is the grind
He,
set.
he could still max out on his bench. It
I
was-
bet,
Yeah,
bro.
he did. He was also like 6'6".
I bet
So
he can lift
that's-
more than me now.
That's one of the
Yeah.
only
Oh, yeah.
specialties that I feel short in. For our listeners, I'm a
That's-
6-foot woman and I feel short.
Yeah,
in
that's
North Liberty.
surprising.
It's wild. But-
Yeah, so amazing. What do you? When you say you're a power lifter?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like what's your max?
Okay, my bench is not my best.
How's your
My-
deadlift?
My deadlift is good. She's kicking. My bench. So I had a competition last April, and I hit 145 on bench, and then my deadlift was 385.
That's
So my
Wow.
goal is 405 for this upcoming April.
And
You
how
can
many bits is
deadlift
that?
me.
Yeah, for reps, Dave.
Jesus
For reps.
Christ.
But I only do bench and deadlift competitions. I haven't done like the national ones. They include squat, and
Okay.
my squat's decent, but my knees are bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Fair enough.
My homies hate a squat.
I know.
It hurts my neck. Like the bar resting on my
Yeah.
neck.
Doing it wrong.
Oh, we
Oh,
can-
okay.
I think I am doing it wrong.
We can fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go squat together.
When I was in undergrad, I worked here at the university as a nursing assistant in the medical ICU. So that was really fun. Just kind of getting kind of like that experience with a lot of different high acuity patients, and just like, I don't know, I wasn't being paid to know what was going on, but kind of just getting that experience, like working with patients. And then also like a nursing perspective, I think is something that we
Yeah.
aren't really taught or interact with much. Like we do have a lot of good interprofessional development
Yeah.
times worked into our schedule, but like getting to see how the nurses like interact and communicate with the doctors, especially in such a high acuity setting, and then just kind of like being like in the chart and like looking through patient charts as they're really sick and kind of like getting an idea of what's going on really helped
Mhm.
with like our case-based learning sessions and like
Mhm.
knowing how to read a set of vitals and like lab values and
Mhm.
like what's abnormal that's kind of a problem or what's like really a problem. And I
Mhm.
think kind of getting that perspective helped a lot with that. And then also just kind of like being generally familiar with like how our hospital works and where things are have been really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Shortcoats, if you have something you want to say about today's show, something you want to hear about, question you have, go to theshortcoat.com/tell us, send us a message. Otherwise, that's our show. Until next time, I'm Dave Etler saying, don't let the bastards get you down. Talk to you soon. Say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.